Hi, it's Rachel with Mojo, and today we're going to be doing an introduction to healing. Now, I know we've done loose leash walking with Mojo in the videos, and I know he's also practiced with Jason and Layla. Jason has been good about taking them both out to work with them at the same time to make things a little easier for you. And now I heard that Mojo goes nuts around skateboards. And we don't have a skateboard here to really practice with. We've practiced with rolling chairs and all that, and he seems to be fine with it. But I want to teach you and give you an introduction to healing. So how you can use this is if you're out and if you see a skateboard in the distance, if you make Mojo heel, that will help bring his focus up to you. If you're giving him a command and not giving him the freedom of walking around on the whole leash like this, you have some more control and you have more of his attention. So hopefully you can keep his attention if you were to encounter a skateboarder or a bicyclist, if he has problems with other wheeled objects. Alright, so I know for loose leash walking, we suggest that you practice 20 to 30 minutes a day. And while he and Layla are learning, practice with them separately so you're not correcting one if the other is doing the pulling or anything like that. For the healing, it is also something you should practice frequently, but you just practice for a couple minutes here and there. Definitely don't do 30 minutes of healing. That's way too much. As with any training, your full training session should only be about 10 to 20 minutes. That's because dogs have a short attention span, and anything more is a bit too much for them to handle. So if you're out for a leisurely walk and you have Mojo running around on his leash like that, he has all this room to explore. For a couple, 2 or 3 minutes here and there, maybe 2 or 3 times throughout your walk, you can do a small healing pattern with him to get his attention. So, Mojo, come here. So for healing, we usually do it on the left side. Sit. Good, sit. All right, this is the perfect setup for healing. Now, if you walk him and Layla both on one side, you can do that, or if you have them on either side, keep it consistent with the sides and with whatever, sit. Mojo, sit. Good boy. With whatever side you're going to have him on. So hold the leash by putting your thumb through the loop like that and then make a fist around it. That's so you have a really good hold. Now you can either fold up the leash so you have a shorter leash that's still in a relaxed J form like this, or you can hold with your other hand like this to have a little bit more control over him. Now, since I'm just going to be teaching him healing, I'm going to have the leash folded up like this so that I can have the other hand free to bait him with a treat. Mojo, sit. Sit. Good, sit. Good boy. All right, with healing, here I have him ready in the start position. He's sitting by my left side. When I take my first step, I'm going to step with the left leg. That's kind of like my physical cue to him that, sit, that we are starting. Sit. Mojo, come on, sit. Good boy. All right. Now, I'm going to keep him close to my side, tell him to heel, and when we stop, I'm going to use the treat to bait him back into a sit. So here we go. Mojo, heel. Heel. Good heel, Mojo. Good heel. 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 Good heel, Mojo. Good heel. Heel. Good heel, Mojo. Good heel. Good boy. All right, he is a pro. That was excellent. He did a lot more than we usually get done with our introduction to healing, so that's absolutely great. He's very responsive to the treat. As you can see, as I was walking around, I was holding the treat out in front of him. He's not so motivated that he's biting at my hands or jumping all over me, but it is definitely enough to keep his attention and keep him going. Now, of course, if you have him out on a walk, you might not always carry treats with you, but it's a good idea to practice with treats so that you practice with the correct form and good habits now, so that he knows exactly what's expected of him, and he's used to doing that by the time you do start walking if you aren't using treats. Now, another thing is, whenever we stop, he's supposed to sit. A lot of times it's hard to get the dogs to sit next to us when we stop, and so we have to tell them to sit. Now, that is necessary for teaching them the correct way to do it. However, we want to move away from using the word sit when we stop, because then sitting when we stop is included in the command heel. So heel means walk close next to me and stop and sit when I stop. Now, Mojo is super responsive, and so with the treat, I was able to just bait him up like this, and he puts himself into a sit perfectly. Also, when I stop, I kind of developed the habit of kind of stomping my left foot, and that just gives them another little cue that they're supposed to stop. So right now, I'm baiting him into that, but I'm also trying to land a little heavier on my left foot so that he starts getting used to the stomp. So if I don't have treats, or if I don't give him a treat every time I stop, just going like this, he'll know what it means. Also, if that's not working, you can give him just a little pop on the leash. As a reminder, he's very responsive, so I think that will work well. Alright, now you can see that he was walking really nicely by my side, but even if he wasn't looking at me, I would make hissing sounds or tell him to heel to get his attention back up to me. In order to use heeling as kind of a distraction technique to make him actively do something else so he's not able to give his full attention to any kind of distractions like a skateboard, you need to be able to command his attention. So even though he wasn't doing anything wrong, I still like to say heel or Mojo, something to get his attention so that we have this good eye contact. And that's really helpful. Also, when you walk him around and he has to adjust to your pace, sit when you stop, everything like that, that shows him that you're in charge and you're the alpha. So he doesn't get to go freak out or look at whatever he wants to if there is a skateboarder going by. You're in charge. If he is afraid of the skateboarders, with you in charge, he knows that you'll take care of it. If you're not stressed, he shouldn't be stressed. And if he's not afraid and just wants to go after it, if you don't give him the permission, if you're making him do something else, hopefully he will respect that you are in charge and not try to do anything that you don't tell him to do or let him do. So, with that in mind, we're just going to keep practicing. What I'm going to focus on with Mojo is trying different speeds so that you can, just like that, we like the normal speed, which is what I was doing, and then also adding slow and fast paces. It's just for good practice. If you need to get through kind of a sticky situation quickly, you might want to walk him through slowly. Or if you're waiting for some dogs to get further ahead of you on the sidewalk, you might want to slow down with him. And the point is, he should be paying attention to whatever speed you're going and adjust accordingly. So we're going to do a little bit more practice with that and then call it good for today. He's doing a great job on heeling already. So come here, Mojo. Good sit. Heel. Heel. A little tighter leash. He was running in front of me a little bit. Good boy. Good heel. Now we're going to practice the slow speed. Heel. After we get going with the normal speed. Heel. try to add some faster speeds in there. Heel.
Good heel, Mojo. Good heel. Good boy. Well done.
All right, he did a great job there. Practice those little things, and hopefully this will help you a lot and give you more control and more peace of mind when you take Mojo out. This was Rachel and Mojo, and we are doing an intro to healing.